Hey, it's Thomas. Now, I quit my job because, let's be real here, I wasn't working for me. I was working on someone else's dream. And the real truth is that most people stay stuck in a job that isn't aligned with their goals deep down, but they're too afraid to take the jump of uncertainty to make their own dreams come true. So I want to tell you about why quitting my job was the best decision I ever made. And if you're thinking about it too, maybe this will help you give some perspective on that fear of taking that leap of faith. Now, I think one of the main reasons why it was one of the best decisions I ever made was that through the entire time I was working at my last job, which was in sales, I had this constant battle with myself every day that I wanted to work on my goals, primarily my YouTube and starting up a business and helping other people, but my actions wasn't aligned with that. So for example, I had this idea that every time I came home I was gonna work on my goals, but yeah, it was just factual that I did not do that. I instead numbed myself from the fact that I didn't have the courage to do that. So I ended up playing video games instead. So every night I would go to bed, I will take the leash and then lash myself every time. Why the fuck didn't I do the things that I wanted to do? Why couldn't I just work on those goals? It's just making that script or making that thumbnail or making 20 ideas, but I don't know. Everything seemed so overwhelming and I didn't really have clarity on where I wanted to go. So one main thing that I realized is that if you're in a stressful situation where you're constantly in survival mode, where your nervous system is in high gear, which is basically flight or flight, well, what happens is that you can only see what's right in front of you. You do not have perspective on where you want to go or get the clarity that you need in order to make the right decisions and actually work on the things that you want to do deep down. So what happened was that at some point, the pain of staying the same got greater than the pain of change, which was quitting my job. But the key thing that made me take the jump was surrounding myself with other like-minded people, primarily entrepreneurs, because I knew deep down that was what I wanted. And so I started reaching out to people. I started talking with them. I asked them for their advice, and they didn't push me to take that decision. But what they did do was encourage me to do what I actually knew already deep down that I wanted, which was to quit my job and take the leap of faith and jump into uncertainty of entrepreneurship. So I quit my job. I made a plan that I would take to Thailand or travel Asia for 6 months with the savings that I had saved up and build the business that I wanted to and have or work towards the lifestyle that I wanted. Basically going monk mode while traveling, because right now I'm working around 8 to 12 hours every day. And I know staying busy is not a medal of honor, but here's the key, guys. Right now, the work that I'm doing, the people I'm helping, the people I'm working with, the people I'm talking to, the things that I'm working on, it's fucking effortless. I have to force myself to stop working. Do you understand how fulfilling that is? I went from being overwhelmed, hating myself for not working on the things that I wanted deep down, to having to force myself to stop working because I love it so much. It's fucking amazing. And this is what I want for other people. I want them to not necessarily quit their jobs, right? That's a big decision, and you have to make a calculated risk whether or not that's for you. For me, I think the main thing was the regret part. I don't know if I could look myself in the eyes in 5 to 10 years, looking back and say, I didn't do this, right? But building something meaningful, helping people, being generous with my time. Right now, I'm giving everything away for free. I'm helping 2 people or coaching them on YouTube and branding and how they can start their own business, right? Because the reality is, guys, you don't need to be the best in your niche. You just need to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of people to enlighten the path and save them time. And from what I have gathered with the people that I'm helping is that I have massive amounts of experience, more than them, in terms of content creation, getting attention, persuasion, sales, marketing. There's a lot of things, but we have a tendency to have imposter syndrome. And I feel the best way to cure imposter syndrome, and if you don't know what imposter syndrome is, it's basically that you don't feel worthy or you don't feel like you have something to give. And the best way to cure that is through evidence. So helping people for free and getting people on calls is definitely what I encourage people to do, and it's also what I do myself. I practice what I preach, period. Look, I have been there, trying to find that one video that will change it all. But here's the hard truth. Watching more videos won't change a goddamn thing. What might actually help you is surrounding yourself with other creators that are on the same journey, just like you, struggling with the same things, just like you. Now, I will not sell you the dream of this will be easy like any other fucking guru, but I will promise you this much. I will do everything in my power to help you get results. So take action now by clicking the link in the description and joining a free community of like-minded people. I'll see you there.